Hello, everyone. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for running up that Brat remix prediction video. It's almost at 1,000 views, so it's super exciting that anything I put out, like somewhat people like gravitate towards. So thank you so much for that. Today, we are going to get into the Mowalola of it all. Mowalola is a Nigerian British designer, musician, kind of just general creative. I was first made known of Mowalola when the trucker hats from her brand came out. They were like red, blue, and green, and they kind of ran TikTok for a while. A lot of you archivists, fashion TikTok MFs, you all had these hats on lock. Then I saw some resin based jewelry that she put out with her brand as well, and that really gravitated me towards her kind of streetwear label. She's also done a bunch of other cool stuff, like a song with Lancey Foe and Mecha Talk. That's also really cool, and I really love an artist that can go from like one creative lane, from making clothes to making music to doing whatever. That's a really cool way to just get your creative ideas out and about. I feel like after making a bunch of like almost hit trendy pieces, she really started to hone in on her fashion shows. I was really taken aback by her fashion shows, but in a really good way. The thing that stood out in these fashion shows was kind of the sex appeal of it all. There was spandex, leather, strings, a lot of stuff that you really don't see in modern day fashion shows. And I've never seen these things displayed in the manner that they were. It was really refreshing and almost made me enamored with her brand. I honestly wanted to kind of channel my inner sex appeal. I was like, dang, let me get some like more leather goods. Let me do this. Like, it really did something within me. And in a world where there's a lot of Puritans and there's a lot of sex negative people within the upcoming generation, it's good to have these shows to create this dialogue, to show different perspectives of how there can be a sex positive world, or just have more people talk about it. I think it's really healthy to have that conversation consistent. With her New Balance collab and her Bradstall collab out of the way, I really felt like she was honing in more on these like fashion shows that she was premiering at London Fashion Weeks every year. Now we get to 2024. Mowalola in 2024, I feel like the first time I really saw her was her working with Kanye, which in the big 2-4 is kind of shocking to do in and of itself. Then, like halfway through the year, or maybe even like a month or two ago, I see that she is engaged to Ian Connor. Now, Ian Connor is such a character that he deserves his own video, and I might possibly do that if that's something that you all want. But when you have your top Google search be your name and then a double digit number, you're kind of cooked. I can't, there's no other way I can put that. You are cooked to the core of the earth. But apparently he still be making his rounds, so there's that. And it's truly not my place to judge anyone's relationship with anyone else. Everyone has a different experience with another person, but this gets into the main controversy of Mowalola, which is shock appeal. In recent weeks, a lot of people have been talking about Mowalola and her recent fashion show that was premiered at London Fashion Week. And the biggest qualm about it is that she's being subversive without any intent. And what this means is that she is doing designs and putting out art that is very eye-catching, will get a lot of views, but there's no message behind it. There's no I'm doing this because I'm trying to help someone else or help this or do that. It just seems like you're just doing it to kind of almost like a cash grab. Someone that is criticized of doing this a lot is Tremaine Emery. He was the creative director of Supreme, and he has his own brand. And his own brand came out with a lot of different pieces that just had some very like stereotypical symbolism that a lot of people were not fans of, because it didn't do anything to like move the needle. It was just like, wow, look at this. Because in today's economy, like more views on something means more money. Like there's just no other way to put it. And in Mowalola's latest collection, there's a lot of the similar themes of the same fabric use, like latex, spandex. There's a lot of bold graphics, a lot of cheeky, ironic stuff that you see in a lot of earlier Mowalola collections. And you have these people that she surrounded herself with, like Echo 2K, Yves Tumor, Brennan Jones is even in it. However, there's one look in particular, and I don't even know if I can put this look up on the screen, that really got people like really up in arms. This is where the TikTok like think pieces
started rolling in.
So the look displays it displays the word. People called Moa out for this because the fact that it really didn't do anything. It didn't serve any purpose in their eyes. They saw it and they're like, this is just this. Like, this is almost more damaging than it is helpful to any kind of message you're trying to spread. But from after the show, what I got from Moa is that she was referencing a magazine, specifically Ebony magazine, and the fonts are kind of similar. That was her main inspiration in creating this kind of graphic. And like I said, like, this isn't the first time that Mowalola has done something very like out there and like really grabbed your attention. Like, she really started with this sex appeal idea and like it just like really different shaping of like how you can be sexy with like just regular wear. And there's like more ideas that she has that aren't just sex appeal. I mean, she did a collection, I think it was 2023, where she had mini skirts printed with flags on them, more so flags that have different laws for women, and they're very much discriminatory towards women. And putting a flag on a miniskirt, something that is very like seen as revealing and seen as very scandalous to wear, is very important because it's serving as a, hey, like, we are going to do this no matter what kind of like oppressive laws that you have against women. And I think those are very important. And that isn't like a fake subversive thing. Like, that is something where it's like, I'm doing this to pretty much an F you to the way you run your society. And that's something that takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of passion for your craft to do. In general, my thoughts kind of waver both ways. One, I really do see how like this last collection got a little bit more just like the performance of it all, and it was very much like, let me just bring a crowd. I mean, she was performing her music at it. She was performing her own music, so it was very much more like a performance than like a stereotypical fashion show. Even like announcing that you are engaged to Ian Connor just seems like the most like fashion rage bait thing you could do in 2024, besides like being engaged to Kanye West. That's something too where I'm just like, it doesn't make sense. Like, you have all these really great ideas, and then you align yourself with this like person that kind of goes against. And I don't know too much about the Ebony magazine and why she would juxtapose that word on that. I don't know it. I definitely going to do research later. I don't know if that magazine holds a special place in a lot of people's hearts, and it almost looks a little bit more disgraceful than any like message that you can put out. My overall take from it is that rage bait only lasts so long. You can only bait people for so long when people start realizing, oh, this is your main gimmick. Either Mola is here to stay, she's going to put out better clothes with, deeper messages, and maybe she'll get, even better with her storytelling. And this was just like a little bump in the road, or not even a bump in the road. It was, something that's going to push her into a different stratosphere of designer. Or this could all just be one whole gimmick. And, once we get to spring, summer 2026 and you're doing the same variation of the same thing, people are going to fall off of your stuff. They're going to see the facade, and that's what it is. I think talent shines through and gimmicks fall through the floor. But I mean, I hope she's here to stay. More designers means more cool clothes, more fashion shows, and stuff that, is beyond my reach. So hopefully she is, genuine in her creation of clothes, and yeah, we see a bunch more cool clothes from her. If you've gotten this far, thank you so much for watching. If you could like, comment, dislike, put your gripes in the comment section, push this through the algorithm if you loved it. Subscribe if you want to see more fashion, music news. Trying to get to, those great statistics so I could do this for a living. That would be the end goal. But yeah, do all that if you want to, and I will see you around for more videos.